How did you know when it was the right time to hire your first full-time employee? And why did you choose to hire a full-time customer service rep? So this is interesting. I'm trying to think about how I knew this was a while back and who my first full-time employee was. So technically, my first full-time employee was a developer. And it wasn't that difficult to know that I needed to hire a full-time developer. Even though I was working with contractors or part-time developers, basically I had so much work on the development end that I could keep several full-time developers busy because customers kept requesting features. But I could have just hired more part-time developers and have put out the work. The problem with doing that is that, let's say you have 2 part-time people instead of one full-time developer, or 3 part-time people instead of 1 full-time developer. The problem is that you have all this overhead in communication and communicating with each one of them, right? So now I'm talking to, and this is what was happening with me. I was talking to multiple people, right? So I would talk to 2 developers or 3 developers, but together they'd only deliver 40 hours worth of work, right? Worth of features or whatever. And it was just taking a lot of time for me to keep everybody, keep everybody up to date on what was going on and making sure that nobody was, that they're working together well and all that stuff. So I basically made it so that I at that point, when I was just spending too much time syncing everybody up, I decided that I needed to work with less people, but for longer periods of time. So at that point, that's when I hired my first full-time employee. So hiring a full-time customer service rep was also something that I put off for a long time, because even to this day, I don't have a lot of support to do. So we probably get about an hour's worth of support, if that, most days. So then that leaves another 7 hours of free time for somebody that does just customer support. So what I decided to do was not hire somebody that was going to do only customer support. They were going to do a lot of other things, and really that's what she does. So my when I did the application, I actually tried a few different sources, but what worked best for me was Craigslist. And I posted a job on Craigslist. Here locally, I'm in Spokane, but also in Seattle and Portland. I wanted somebody in the same time zone for this, like the full-time developers in Argentina. And everybody's remote, so I don't work with anybody. Like locally, I don't have an office. I have a home office, but don't go to a building or anything like that. So yeah, posted something on Craigslist, and basically what I was looking for was this is how I titled it, entrepreneur's assistant. And the job involved everything from customer service to doing customer interviews, helping customers get their accounts set up. So a lot of communicating with customers and learning from them, right? Running surveys, doing some light marketing, like setting up ads, doing research on the marketing side, just basically everything that isn't development or design, which leaves a lot of things. There are a lot of things that we can do. Improving conversions on the website, conversion rate optimization, stuff like that. So I got back a lot of great candidates, and the benefit for them, as a small company, they'd spend a lot of time with me, learning from me about how to market a product and how to create a product and improve one. So they'd learn a lot of things that they're just not going to learn in most jobs, right? So there were a lot of people that were excited about it, and I hired. There were about 3 or 4 people that I could have hired that were great. I hired the best one. She's really good, and she's been helpful.